Brad Thomas here with Forbes Real Estate Investor here at ReCon 2015. I'm joined today with Olga Shevtsova. She's head of sales and commercial development with Ikea Centers. Everybody's probably familiar with Ikea, but we're going to talk to a leading developer and property owner in Russia. So it's good to see you today.
Yes, nice to see you, Brad. Thank you for this opportunity.
You bet, you bet. And you know, I'm really intrigued about Ikea's development plans, and especially in Russia. So can you talk a little bit first about Ikea and kind of how your business model really works? You've got Ikea, which is a retailer, but you're also building these malls around these properties. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, with pleasure. Ikea, we are part of the Ikea group, and as you said, many people know about Ikea because this is a retail business. It's a shopping, it's the home furnishing business.
Right.
And some time ago it was decided that in order to increase the traffic to Ikea stores, that we would develop the shopping centers. And in 2002 it was the first shopping center that was opened in Moscow, Russia. And it is a little bit over 2 million square feet. And since then we have developed 14 shopping centers across Russia in 11 regions in Russia, all the way from Moscow and St. Petersburg and south of Russia, not far from Sochi, down to Siberia. And these cities all have more than 1 million inhabitants in the catchment area. So the main idea is to bring, initially the main idea was to bring more traffic, and this model has worked for years, very successful, and 15 years in Russia quite successful. For last year we had 270 million of visitors that came to our shopping centers, which makes it almost like each Russian has visited our shopping centers almost twice. And we're doing good, and we have plans to expand in the future.
Great. Now, I think I heard or saw that your occupancy level for your portfolio was something like 99%, right? So it's, I mean, that obviously tells us that there's a lot of traffic to go to those centers. It's virtually 100% occupied.
There's a little bit less than 1% in Moscow megas, and we're a little bit above 1% in the total portfolio. Moscow megas bring around 35 million visitors per year, each center, so it's quite a lot of people that is visiting our shopping center.
Right. And in terms of your runway or your growth, I also saw that you've got around $2 billion of committed capital or committed to your pipeline. Can you talk a little bit about where do you see those opportunities, and are they just going to be in the Russia, in Russia, or where do you plan on going from here?
Well, I'm presenting Ikea centers in Russia, so I will speak for Russia. 2.1 billion of US dollars they are to invest into the Russian market. We see quite big opportunities in Russia, and we're looking at it from a sustainable growth of that. One of the shopping centers that we are currently under development is in Moscow. It is the northeast of Moscow. It will be called Mega Matishi with 2.3 million square feet, and where we plan to put all of our newest concepts, and that shopping center will definitely be part of the community because it's surrounded by residential, so we really hope to add value to this community with our shopping center and our green parks that we plan to develop there.
Great. I'm just curious, you know, having a background in development, you know, how difficult is it to develop shopping centers in Russia? I know you had some experience in the U.S. as well, so how difficult is it?
I think when people ask me a question like, is it different from other countries, I think from a development it starts from the same things. I mean, you look at your consumer base, you look at your catchment areas, you look at the consumer trends. So from the process, it's very much the same. And I think Russian customers are very receptive to the new things. They really like our shopping centers, and we found that was quite a success, and we would like to continue with this. The trends, I don't know if you know, but on average Russian family spends about 70% of their spendings for retail, which is much more than any European country, and I think probably more than in the US.
Absolutely.
So that is quite a good number, and of course we have to take the advantage of this and bring better customer experience to our visitors.
Great. Yeah, I'll keep my wife out of Russia. So I want to ask you, I guess the last question is, in terms of the tenants, you're here at this show to try to attract some U.S. retailers to Russia. Give me some names of some retailers that that you're seeing, in some of your Russian centers.
Well, we already have, for example, Victoria's Secrets, but in a smaller format. That is more common for Europe. It's beauty and accessories. We really wish, and we had a meeting today, to have them in a full format. And I can say it will be really working well, because the gym that I go, I see a lot of women wear the pink shirts, which you can buy only in US or London. So obviously it's coming from abroad. J. Crew, Hollister, Abercrombie & Fitch, and then those Coach, just a few to name. And we have already more than 50 brands, American brands operating in our shopping centers, and we want more. So definitely this is a market where if you want to expand in Europe, you should come.
Absolutely. Well, listen, thanks so much, Olga. I appreciate your time today.
Thank you. Thank you.